Good morning, good Erev Shabbos. Special greetings to our soldiers at Fort Jackson, to everybody watching our video. The most influential man who ever lived, ruled no empire, commanded no army, engaged in no spectacular acts of heroism in the battlefield, performed no miracles, proclaimed no prophecy, led no vast throng of followers, and had no disciples other than his own son. Yet today, more than half of the billions of people that live on this planet identify themselves as his spiritual heirs. His name is Abraham. But we know next to nothing about his early life. When God says to leave his land, his birthplace, his father's home, we have no idea why him. Now, there are three famous stories, portraits of Abraham early life. There's Abraham the rebel with a cause, to fight the pagan world full of superstition and magic, and the famous story of his smashing the idols in his father's idol workshop. We have Abraham the fighter, who sees the world on fire, in flames, and hears God's call to help fight the fire of suffering inflicted by one person on another person. We also read about Abraham the philosopher, whose mind was constantly pondering until he found the truth that there is one God and there is no other God beside the one God. All that is great, but what does the Torah say about Abraham? And the answer is unexpected and actually very moving. Abraham was chosen to be a father. The Av in Avraham means father. In the only verse that explains kind of why Abraham, it says, "For I have chosen him, so that he will direct his children and his household after him to keep the way of God, doing what is right and just." The great scenes, the biblical scenes in Abraham's life, waiting for a child, the birth of Ishmael, birth of Isaac, the binding of Isaac, these are the moments that the Bible chooses to describe about Abraham's life. Judaism sees parenthood as the highest challenge of all. On the first day of Rosh Hashanah, we read about two mothers, Sarah and Hannah, and the births of their sons. It's almost as if God is trying to tell us, look, every life is a universe. Therefore, if you wish to understand the creation of the universe on Rosh Hashanah, think about the birth of a child. Abraham, the hero of faith, is, at the simplest level, a father. To know the mind of God, we simply need to know what it is to be a parent. The miracle of childbirth is as close as we come to understanding the love that brings new life into the world, that is God's creativity. Judaism takes what is natural and sanctifies it, what is physical and invests it with spirituality. And what is elsewhere considered normal, Judaism sees as a miracle. What Darwin saw as the urge to reproduce, or what Dawkins called the selfish gene, is for Judaism the highest religious art, full of drama and beauty. Avraham the father, Sarah the mother, are our enduring role models of parenthood as God's gift and our highest vocation. Have a wonderful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.